Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So on the floor for UCLA, Young in at the 3, Free out there with Fresh, and it's Robertson at the 5.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as a skill set.
And thinking back to the Fab Five, they were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time.
Now here's Jones, following the miss by Freak.
That's a wall.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Good.
Come on now.
Young's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here's Flash, free defending. Screen by Smith. Inside, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And it's the Bruins with the ball. They trail by 1. And here's Young from the arc. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
Lets it go with the 3. And the Bruins another 3.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
They set the pick. Knight on the wing. Back to Stevenson. Feeds it to Knight. From the line. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Knight's got his first points of the game. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
So on the floor for UCLA. Young, he's in at small forward. Thomas is out there with Johnson. Then there's Starks, and it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. Now Stevenson. Following the three-point attempt by Freak. Stevenson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Stevenson outside. Pass to Taylor. Clock at 6. And he overshot that one, missing.
And guys, thinking again about the Bruins being so dominant during those decades, they set so many records in that time frame, won 88 games in a row, which is still a record for men's basketball.
Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Knight against Starks. Knight passes to Stevenson. Jones kicks to Stevenson. 1:24 left in the first half. Down low, Cunningham. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Ellis is out there with Jones, and it's Smith, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impress me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
So on the floor for UCLA, Young in at small forward. Fresh is out there with Free, and it's Roberts in at the 5, down low.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton, also coming out of Westwood.
Crawford dishes to Smith. Michigan moving it around. Screen by Ellis. Flash passes to Jones. Here's Flash. Screen by Ellis. Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Flash.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Young, here we go. Puts one up from 19. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bruins. Here's Jones, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Young passes to Free. And Young, here we go. That's good. Young's got 17.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Flash passes to Crawford. Screen by Ellis. Crawford kicks to Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. And it's Smith. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard position. Michigan trails by 8. Knight kicks to Taylor. UCLA grabs the miss. Young with the ball. And it's Knight picking him up. Dishes to Irving. Back to Young. Pass to Johnson. From 13. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Young. And now it's a 10-point Bruin lead.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And Michigan has possession. Outside Knight. He dishes it to Taylor. And it's sent back by Irving. Campbell the pass to Young. It's up a 3. Good. Young's got 11 in the second half.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And Taylor drops them both. 1:29 left here in the second half of the game. And Young, here we go. And a big-time jam right there.
And these are exactly the kinds of performances that have people looking at Freak like he's the next big thing.
And with his team up, he knows that blood is in the water. I'm guessing he'll continue to press and look to carry the team on his back. This is a performance that will help define his college career. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bruins.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Young. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Passes to Campbell. Kicks to Johnson. Irving dishes to Porter. And Young, here we go.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
His first personal foul.
Hey, you want me to close my eyes on this one, too?
And so Young nails them both. Here is Stevenson. So it's UCLA picking up the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg,